During the offseason, the Golden State Warriors added 3 key players: Buddy Hield, De'Anthony Melton, and Kyle Anderson. These players were brought in to enhance the team's shooting, playmaking, and defense. Though Kyle Anderson isn't known for his shooting, he brings other strengths to the table, but these 3 weren't the only additions aimed at boosting the team's performance. One player, a 27-year-old 6 feet 6 inches sharpshooter, slipped under the radar. Interestingly, this guy was once delivering for DoorDash before making it to the Warriors. Lindy Waters has had a roller coaster of a basketball career, playing semi-professionally while also delivering for DoorDash. Despite the ups and downs, Warriors GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. and the team saw something in him that could help the squad. Now, just 5 games into the season, he's already making a significant impact in back-to-back wins. Let's rewind a bit. When the Warriors signed Waters, most people didn't think much of it. Sure, he showed his shooting ability in college and the NBA, but he was mostly a bench player during his time with the Oklahoma City Thunder. To be fair, OKC was one of the top teams last year, and he was behind an elite shooter, Isaiah Joe. Still, few expected much when the Warriors essentially bought the 52nd overall pick and traded it to OKC to get him. Now, though, it's clear that Mike Dunleavy Jr. saw something special in Lindy Waters. The reason I'm making this video is that we have more than just one good game against New Orleans to talk about when it comes to Lindy Waters. If you're like me, you probably had a feeling the moment you saw him getting serious minutes in the preseason that he was an NBA-level player. Of course, it was unclear when or how he'd break into the Warriors' rotation, considering they have 12 other solid, more experienced players. But when injuries sidelined players like Steph Curry, De'Anthony Melton, and Andrew Wiggins, Waters got his chance. And he showed that his preseason performance wasn't just a fluke. With his 6 feet 6 inches frame, decent athleticism, solid defense, and incredible shooting, it's hard to argue that he doesn't belong in the NBA. Take a look at him in transition. After only being on the court for a few minutes, he confidently stops on a dime and sinks a shot. Sure, it was just a 2-pointer, but it showed how comfortable he is out there, even in his first meaningful minutes as a Warrior. His confidence clearly comes from his ability as a reliable shooter. Here's another play where he brings the ball up in transition, passes it off, and let's talk about a couple of key plays that show Lindy Waters' potential. In one play, he gets a handoff from Draymond Green, uses the screen to create space, and nails the shot. Then there's another play where Draymond is up top with the ball, and Lindy catches a pass after Trace sets a pin-down screen, leading to another smooth jumper. But the most impressive shot from the game against New Orleans came when he ran a give-and-go with Lon, faded into the corner, and hit a contested jumper. Again, his foot was just on the line, so it was a 2-pointer, but that's a minor adjustment he'll need to make. What matters is that his shooting was spot on, just as we saw in preseason. What really stood out, though, was how active he was beyond shooting. He hustled on defense, attacked the offensive glass, made smart passes, and even flashed some athleticism. For example, he recognized a gap behind Jonathan Kuminga, made a sharp pass, and threw down a dunk that surprised everyone. Even Steph Curry on the bench couldn't believe it. And how about that Euro step in transition? It's wild to think the Warriors managed to pick up a player like Lindy Waters. It's amazing that the Warriors were able to get a player like Lindy Waters, with his physical profile and shooting ability, for practically nothing. In today's NBA, shooting is in high demand, and the fact that Waters is only 27 years old is a huge plus. He's still fighting to secure his place in the league, so you won't have to worry about any ego issues or him getting upset about sitting out games. When he gets his chance, he's going to give it everything he's got, and if you need proof of his humility and work ethic, just listen to what he said about his journey to the NBA. He shared how uncertain things were after he didn't expect to be drafted, especially when COVID hit during his senior year. He spent the entire summer, fall, and winter just working out and staying ready, even when there were no organized games or pickup runs. He played in low-key, early morning sessions just to keep up his conditioning. Waters then played in the Basketball League, TBL, a semi-professional league in the US, which gave him a chance to continue growing his game. He mentioned that this league was even more of a grind than the G League. He helped lead his team to a 30-3 record and won the championship, which played a crucial role in shaping him into the player he is today. Lindy Waters' journey to the NBA is a testament to his grit and perseverance. During his time in the semi-pro league, he would drive to different cities, sometimes at 6 a.m., to play games in places like Omaha, Shreveport, Houston, or Dallas. After playing, he'd drive back and still had to figure out how to make ends meet, whether that meant delivering DoorDash or cutting grass. He was simply doing whatever he could to get by, while staying focused on his basketball dreams. This kind of determination is similar to what we saw with Gary Payton too. Players like Waters, who have fought so hard just to make it to the NBA, bring a level of selflessness and work ethic that can be contagious throughout a team. Warriors insider Anthony Slater even mentioned that the Oklahoma City Thunder valued Waters highly. He heard from several people in the Thunder organization that they believed Waters could contribute if given the opportunity, but with OKC's roster full of first-round picks, there simply wasn't enough room for him now. When people like Sam Presti, OKC's GM, Steve Kerr, and Mike Dunleavy Jr. all recognize your talent, it's a strong indication that you're a legitimate NBA player. Waters consistently shows his value every time he steps on the floor, especially with his shooting. The challenge for the Warriors is their depth. While it might seem like a headache for Steve Kerr to find minutes for everyone, it's also a huge asset. Injuries happen every year, and although they hope key players like Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, and Draymond Green avoid any serious time off, the team is well-equipped to handle setbacks. They have 10 players at a similar skill level, which means they won't struggle as much as other teams might when bench contributors go down. In fact, the Warriors' depth gives them flexibility. Now, with a player like Lindy Waters, they have another sharpshooter who can step in and make an impact, offering the team even more versatility depending on the matchups they face. Lindy Waters' ability to shoot alongside players like Draymond Green or Jonathan Kuminga, while also offering size and defensive length, is a huge asset for the Warriors. If these first 5 games have shown us anything, it's that the team's depth is a strength, not a weakness. And I can guarantee that Waters will be an important part of that depth moving forward. If you've made it to the end of this video and want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. It's free. A like on the video would also be much appreciated. Most importantly, have a great day.
Bye.